Well, hello there. We are back again with another video from the Farlands SMP. I really appreciate you all joining me as I know your time is precious. Today, instead of working on my base, I'm continuing my quest to contribute to other Farlanders' bases. I'm here in the nether tunnel leading to Girly Girl SDG's base area, as I think this may be the perfect area to build in. Let's jump on in and have a quick look around. Gigi is a vital member of the Farlands SMP this season for a number of reasons. Besides her infectious personality, she created starter boxes for the new members, is the potion master, runs the totem shop, and provides all the rockets we could ever use. And that's what we are going to focus on for the build portion of this video. When I first came over here, I was a bit daunted by the build style. She seems to focus on a Victorian style of build with very cool, intricate details. I've never built in this style, but had an idea for something that I wanted to add to her base, as she tends to build these buildings around her various farms or working areas. This is the area I chose, and though it needs a bit of terraforming, it's the perfect size and spot for the idea I had. Let's flip right into a quick time lapse and I'll share some thoughts on the process ahead. I started by terraforming out the area I wanted to build in and really thought it would work better as a cliffside setup rather than cutting down the heights already in place. The terraforming itself is all freeform, and that can be a lot of fun. I struggle with cliffs myself and generally rely on sky to help with the detail, so I just started using basic stone, and I was very happy with how it came out after some detail work at the end, which we'll get to. For the building, I spent a lot of time looking at Victorian houses through Google Images, whether real, concept, or Minecraft, and was struggling to get any to work in my creative build world. Then I came across a tutorial by Neatcraft. The build stood out as near exactly what I was looking for, and decided to use it, but with some modifications. For one, the colors chosen were meant to reflect Gigi's personality, as I'm sure everyone could tell from the nether tunnel, but also fit the scheme she used in Bedrock Legends. And two, I was using the shell only, as I needed the build to be hollow to fit the idea I had. I will say that as a content creator, I understand the criticism about the use of tutorial builds, but I see it as different. Tutorials are done so others can learn from them, and I do as I incorporate things from those into future builds. And it's important to both give credit, but also make them your own. Minecraft tutorial creators do them so others can learn, and I think that's so important for this game. Neatcraft had a fantastic walkthrough on this build that was both easy to follow and easy to make my own, and I appreciate that. Their channel can be found below, and you will find a huge variety of fantastic how to build videos. All right, there is certainly quite a bit left to do in detailing, but I think that I've gone as far as I want to go for now. The next step is to turn the inside of this large pink Victorian mansion into a rocket factory. Okay, it's done. The rocket factory is in place. It took a lot. I'm not great at redstone, and I had to use tutorials by two different content creators, and I'll link that below and give you more details soon. Very challenging because I had to mix my own redstone in place. And like I said, I'm not very good at redstone. I did have a lot of fun doing it. I had to redo it a couple of times. But that said, I won't go into too much detail until I get to show Gigi. And I'm going to share that clip with you now. After that, we'll take a quick look around, show you some of the detail work that's in place, and we'll call it a day. So for now, let's go say hi to Gigi and let's show her around. So here's the thing. Gigi and I just took time to record an entire clip of visiting the inside of the new Victorian mansion / rocket factory. However, someone, not going to say who, someone forgot to unmute their mic. And now we have to record the whole thing all over again. That's fine. So if it does come off a bit forced, that's the reason.
All right. Do you want me to give you these shulker boxes back?
No. Well, yeah, you know what? Just for show. I just recorded a little bit of an intro apologizing for how forced this is going to seem because it's the second time we've done it. All right. You know, we've already been through this, and for everyone watching, this is the second time. So we've already been through this, so I don't think it'll go as long. But let's go have a look. Let's show you.
All right.
All right.
Close these. We don't get creepers.
Yeah. Oh.
All right.
Oh
This is
my.
amazing.
I know I messaged you, but like Sky came over and helped me. I had the 2 blocks across the door and never thought anything of it, broke it. And as soon as I broke one walks from the right side and just walks in front, it blows up. And then I start fixing this and another one blows up. So I get out here and I'm over here because I'm picking up blocks and chests, and then another one sneaks up. It was 5 of them. It was so annoying. There were holes everywhere.
That's the worst luck ever. I mean, 1 is bad, 2 is terrible, but 5 of them.
And I had just
too much.
I had just packed up all the shulker boxes and took them back to my base for sorting. So I didn't have any of the blocks I needed. Okay, so as we went through, this is broken into three different sections. There's this first section which controls the automatic sugarcane farm. The lights that you see above the barrels, when those are out, it means there's less than 4 stacks of bone meal left in the system. And I put some storage for some bone blocks underneath for you to use. The levers turn the system on and off. And this is really only necessary if you have a lot you need to do at once, because up top, above this area, there is a pretty substantial passive sugarcane farm that's feeding both sides of the crafting system. So you should be fine working in the area, but when you're not in the area and you need some sugarcane, just flip that system on. Now, one thing I want to do is I need to get a light in here that shows whether or not we're low on sugarcane, and one that shows the system is running so that you can see that you need to use the auto sugarcane farm, or that you can tell the system is working. So we'll get that afterwards. But that's the first section. The second section is where you will put your shulkers of gunpowder. The last thing you want to do is having to fill your inventory with stacks of gunpowder. So simply put a shulker of gunpowder up in the top here, wait a second, and then prime the system by hitting the button. And you can put as many shulkers as you want in there, and you only have to prime once. As long as there's 1 shulker in the system, it will constantly flow and constantly feed them through. And then down below here is where the empty shulkers will come out once they've been emptied.
Wow. Okay.
There's 1 on each side. And then this area is where the shulker loading is happening. So you don't have to make the rockets and then load them into shulker boxes. It does it all for you. I've preloaded the systems with a lot of white shulker boxes because I know that's what you use. There's some on each side. And this light will tell you when the system does not have any shulkers in it. And if it does, you'll need to load them, which you do up here. And if it's out and the light is out and you put a shulker in there, you do have to press this button to prime it. And once you press that button, the light will come back on. Okay? And then the difference
Amazing.
between the two sides. One side is for level 1 rockets. This side is for level 3
Ooh.
rockets, because I know that's what you sell.
Ooh. Yes, that's awesome. I'm so excited to use this.
Now,
This is going to be very nice.
as I said, one thing is though, right now, and I should have thought about this when I was building the thing, but there's no real way to tell that it's actually working, and that's something that
Mm.
I'll fix. But believe you me, when you put a shulker of gunpowder in here, you wait a second and you press that
Mhm.
button, it's immediately starting to work. Here,
That's good to know. Oh, we're going to try it, huh? Right. Let's see. Gunpowder in. And I don't need to press the button, or I do?
you do need to press the button.
I do.
If there's no shulkers
Okay.
in there, you need to press the button. Okay, so right now what it's doing is loading into, well, let's go back. Let's go back and have a look.
Okay.
As I mentioned, I'm not a redstoner. Every one of these is a
Uh-huh.
tutorial that I followed and modified to make work back in the space.
Cool. I love
And
tutorials.
if you come over here, you can see that auto crafter is working right now.
Ha.
And what it's doing
Mm-hmm.
is putting rockets into this white shulker box. And then when that white shulker box is full, the system will kick it out into the chest there, and it'll put a new shulker box there that it'll start filling up.
Wow.
Also, if you're running the system and it runs out of shulker boxes, but it's still crafting rockets, it will just flow the rockets into the double chest that's there, so it won't put any to waste.
Okay. Cool.
Huh?
It won't kick him out and make him despawn. That's genius.
But I think I
This is
can
gonna be
easily
so
put
nice to
some
have.
lights here. Oh, there's glass. Got that. Could put some lights here that shows that the system is. That's easy. We can do that. Easy. Okay.
I'm glad you say it's easy.
Well, like I said, I originally built this with hoppers from the autocrafters into the shulker box, but the autocrafter's too fast for hoppers. So I had to line it up, and that means
Mm.
I had to figure out how to reverse this system, and then I had to fit everything else. And like this one here, the sugarcane farm, I didn't have enough to put it up top, so I had to lower it and then use a bubble elevator to send the sugarcane into the system.
Oh, wow.
It was fun. It was an experience.
Yeah.
Oh, what just happened?
Sometimes
Did
a
it?
challenge is fun.
Oh, come on out.
Did it?
Come on out.
Oh, cool.
Oh, and when the system is out of gunpowder, so if you only put 1 or 2 shulkers in there, as soon as it's out of gunpowder, it'll stop the system. And then it'll wait for more
Oh, good.
gunpowder. But if you look in
Okay.
there,
2 shulkers full. Oh, that's awesome.
all while we were standing around waiting.
Yeah, it was so fast too. Faster than I can do them by myself.
And that's the point. And then you can do this while you're
Yeah,
working on other projects in your area.
exactly. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. It was a lot of fun. A lot of fun because I do not build Victorian builds. And I'll explain more in
You nailed it.
my upcoming video, but the guy that I got this from was great at showing me how to build this, and overall it was a lot of fun. I did the terraforming, got some help from Sky, of course. She's always so helpful to
She's
me.
amazing.
Yeah. And then, just to be aware, this cave or this cliff is raised up. There's nothing underneath.
Mhm.
And although I didn't light it up, I believe Sky might have, but I can't guarantee that. So try not to break any blocks free because I don't know what's under there.
Okay.
I don't know what's gonna kill you. But I even fit some of the mini mushroom blocks into the build.
They're so cool. I like the mushroom stems
Yeah, that's pale
in
oak.
here.
Yeah, saplings.
Yeah,
Thought it looked
that's
cool.
really, really cool.
All right, that's it. Again, thank you
I
for
love it.
letting
Thank you
me
so much.
add to your area.
Yeah, it
It was
was
a lot of fun.
wonderful.
And here we are, the final build. couple small things added. I detailed the cliffside. You can see that with a mixture of tough and cobblestone and mossy cobblestone. I added some granite into the walkway just to give it a bit of character. The oak swing beside the cherry wood tree, I added some lighting throughout to avoid creeper spawns and that kind of thing. Obviously, we still have some zombie spawns. Added some bone meal work to just spruce up the grass a little bit, give it some character, added the path in. All in all, very happy with the build. As I told you through this video, I did have a tutorial that I used on this build, and it's not block for block the same as the tutorial. I've made it different. I've made it my own, but it was a great help. And again, I'm going to include the link down below for Neatcraft, but I want to take a quick second to show you the inside with regards to the redstone itself. I explained through this as we walk through GG, but on the inside itself, there's just a couple things. Oh, this is terrible. Here we go. Let's go. There's 3 different tutorials that I've used. First one is 2 separate bits. One is this shulker unloader tutorial by Silent Whisperer, who also has the tutorial for the shulker loader, which is this setup right here. This setup. And I'll link Silent's video down below. Silent is an excellent tutorial maker on YouTube for Bedrock tutorials. Member of Truly Bedrock. Please take some time to go and follow and check out their YouTube videos, but just an excellent resource for all Minecrafters that play on Bedrock. And then the Craftwire Crafter itself, which had both the level 1 rockets and the modified one for level 3 rockets, is done by a YouTuber called Redstone. Many people are probably familiar with them. Again, I'll include the link below. A great resource. I had to do some slight modifications in the way they were lined up, but all 3 tutorials were exceptionally useful. And then, of course, there's the automated sugarcane farm, which I built many of. I don't even remember where I learned about this one or what tutorial I followed. But again, just like these ones, I had to make some modifications. You can see spider webs of redstone all over the place. It was challenging for me. I am not good at redstone, but I was able to figure out quite a few things. There are a couple things that I still want to add, but I think all in all, I'm pretty happy with how things turned out. These back. And so that's it. I appreciate you spending some time watching my video and taking a look at this build and engaging. I would love to hear some thoughts on content creators using tutorial builds, or how you yourself use tutorial builds to create in your own world, and how you learn from them. Please feel free to drop a comment below. I appreciate your time, and have a wonderful day. Thank you. Okay. So it appears that I now have to start another shulker monster. Because I have an inventory full of random items that I can't put away, specifically the copper and skulk. I don't have access to my chest because I made the mistake of asking Puggy for some redstone. See, I used it all. I used it all on last few builds that I did, especially the one that I've got an upcoming video for. So I made the mistake of asking for a few stacks of redstone. And I expected that he was going to message me at one point and say, hey, why don't you come over and get your redstone? Or here's a shulker box of redstone. But no, not Puggy. No. He has to do this. And it is completely covering my storage boxes. And it's not just a wall. It is 100% thick. The entire thing is redstone blocks. The entire thing. Thank you, Puggy. But not really. No, thank you.